know it is not Wednesday, but I decided to come on because I had a topic that's been on my mind for a while, and I wanted to share it with you guys. I've been thinking a lot about confidence, what it means, how do you become confident? If you are confident, how do you get more confident? And I jotted down some notes today. Ta-da! Beautiful, isn't it? No, it's scribble scrabble pretty much to you, but I know what it means. And it's just gonna help me keep track of where I am. So if I look down, that's what I'm doing because I tend to have squirrel moments. So excuse the squirrel moments now. I promised myself that regardless what happens, this 100th time, turning on the camera and starting over was going to be the last. So here we go. Now, with that being said, confidence is believing in yourself. Now, I may not fully believe that I can be the best YouTuber out there, but I believe that I can do YouTube. So that's what's giving me the confidence to turn on my camera and to get started. I'm going to give you a couple examples of when I was not confident. So when I was growing up, I had this huge fear of public speaking. It was not for me. And yes, I was a teacher, but it's really different talking to children than when it is talking to adults. I could talk to children for days, but when it comes to adults, it's a whole different story. And let me tell you something, talking to a camera is pretty similar to talking to adults because even though you're alone, you're still judging yourself and wondering, do I look weird? Are they going to say I stuttered over my words? What are they thinking? But you have to give in to those questions and just take a chance. There's going to be tons of things that are wrong with this video, but if I focus on that, I'm never going to move forward and I'm never going to build my confidence. So, like I was saying, I was very insecure with talking to people, adults specifically, in large groups. What I did in order to get over that fear was I put myself in those uncomfortable situations. I'm the one that volunteered to talk to the parents for open house. I'm the one that volunteered to talk to the parents for curriculum night. I volunteered and did these things because, yes, it made me feel sick to my stomach, but I grew. I grew in a way that I started to actually enjoy talking to the adults. And I feel like, in a way, they started to have more trust in me because they saw my confidence level. So when they were confident in me, they felt confident that their children were going to do well in my class. And it was just like a domino effect of confidence. So next thing that I wasn't so confident about, and honestly, I don't know where I would be if I didn't get married, but I was not confident in relationships at all. And we all go through those stages in our life, but confidence in relationships was really hard for me. I was in a relationship and I thought that's the best that I could do. And it was not a good relationship at all for him or myself. It just wasn't, you tried to make it the best you could, but I stuck in it way longer than I should have. Thankfully, I'm married now. So I guess you could say in a way that my confidence in relationship has grown also along with me as I have grown. And you can see my beautiful gray hair to show my age. I really feel that confidence is a skill. It's something that can be learned. When I grew up, I don't feel like confidence was really embedded in me, and that's not my parents' fault at all. I just think they were busy working and they were proud of the things that I did, but they were more focused on the other kids in my family, the ones that were struggling. So I tried to fly under the radar, make all the right choices, do all of the right things. So it was one less thing that they ever had to worry about. So confidence wasn't talked about in my house. Confidence is something that I taught myself as I grew up. Yes, they were happy when I got awards. Yes, they were proud of me. Yes, they were good parents. It's just wasn't something that was focused on, if that makes sense. So in order for me to learn more as an adult, I put myself, like I said, in uncomfortable situations, but safe, of course. Another thing is persistence. Persistence is huge because anybody can repeat things over and over. Like I could go and repeat over and over what I'm going to say in a speech. but it takes persistence to actually stick with it, even after I've made several mistakes and flip-flopped my words and tripped over my own tongue. Persistence, I feel like, is one of the biggest things that will help you become a confident person. And also self-talk. How many times have you gone out and just heard that voice, that nagging voice in your head? Oh, you can't do that. Oh, that doesn't look good on you. I've done it all the time. Like I'll put on something that I wore before I had my daughter and I'll be like, this is not cute. Take it off. And I go and take it off. But that's like my negative self-talk. That's telling me all of this stuff that I really don't need to hear, you know? So what you want to do is you want to have that positive self-talk. What I ended up doing to help me with more self-talk and make me feel better about who I was after I had my daughter was I made a list of all of the amazing things that I love about myself. Now there's a difference here. Some people might take that as arrogance. Some people might take that as confidence. But here's the difference. This list that I have, I'm not going to share on Facebook. I'm not going to share this on Instagram. This is a list that I made for me. This is a quiet list, a list that I look at on my own in the bathroom when I get ready in the morning, when I say my positive affirmations, which we'll talk about in just a minute. This is a list that I created for me to grow, not to go out and share with the world. This is not everything that's great about me. Look at me. No, it's just to help me. So you might want to create a list of different things that you like about yourself. Like there's days where I can complain all day about my hair, how crazy and curly it is because of the humidity in Texas. But then there's other days where I get several compliments because of my hair. I choose to look at the days that I get the compliments and write those ones down. And that's what I focus on. I don't focus on the days where I have a bad hair day. If I have a bad hair day, just throw it up in a bun like I have right now. This is my lazy hair day. Anyway, but as far as confidence goes and that self-talk, it's very, very important for you to have positive self-talk. Another thing that I've done as a teacher, a lot of the times you get beat down. Email after email from parents or admin, or you need to do this and that. Take a moment to breathe. Just breathe. How often do you just stop and breathe? Breathe in and breathe out. We tell our kids to do it all the time, but do we really do it? I don't think we do. And then when you're breathing, I want you to think about all of the awesome things that you have done as a teacher. Think about that kid that you helped teach to read. Think about that kid who was struggling when they came into your class with math, but all of a sudden they got it like no tomorrow. Think about all of that, because there is so much that you can think about that is negative already. It's just not worth it. Pump yourself up with that positive talk and that self-talk. So as far as self-talk goes, that's what I meant by that. Now let's get to the positive affirmations. Positive affirmations are so important. They're these mantras that you say to yourself in the morning. Again, this is when I do it, but you can do it whenever you want, really. If you're having a stressful moment, I do it. I do it quite often, actually, now that I think about it. They're just words, almost like quotes that you say. I am able to make a YouTube video the first time without turning off my camera. Yeah, not gonna happen yet, but the more that I say it, the more that I believe it, the more that I will get closer to it. You see? That's what I'm talking about right there. Get away from people who are negative. I found myself in a situation where I was around people that were so negative that I could literally see the people jumping on board the negative bus with the person who was being negative. And no matter what I did to try to stop the negativity, it kept going. And it's not their fault. They kind of just, I don't even think they realized it, honestly. When one person complains, it's just really easy for another person to jump on board. But if you're saying, not gonna do it, sister, then you are stopping that domino effect right there. And I pulled myself out of that situation, thankfully, to a point where I am now. And now I'm just full of positivity and rainbows. No, I'm just kidding. I do have my moments, but I just remind myself, like, this is life. Life, you know, how awesome is it to be alive today? There's people out there who don't have this opportunity, but I get it. So I think about the positive things instead of the negative that are happening around me. And then one last thing that I wanted to leave you guys with is always remember to do everything with a good heart, good intentions. Confidence is something that starts within you. Be who you are. Be proud of who you are. Show your true colors. Even if Susie doesn't really care for you, that's her problem, not yours. I hope you guys enjoyed this, short talk here. Like I said, I am trying to make this video for, I can't even tell you how long it's been that I've been turning off the camera, turning on the camera. But I want you to know, no, I wasn't really confident in starting this video. But now towards the end, I feel pretty decent. Give it a shot. Put yourself in an uncomfortable situation and see how it makes you feel. And then do it again and again. Be persistent and watch yourself grow. See you next time. Bye.